Let's check we're running again. Yes, we are. Alright. So we're just continuing again. Just we finished some fuel refining so our fuels could get better. And figure out what we're going to do next. Computing machine. Why not? Yeah, we're at 45.24 now, so we're slowly climbing up there, which is good. This is what we need. There's 7 more days of civil support. And if we're going to do it, we might as well. You might as well just do it. Yeah, it doesn't let you engage in party politics. Like, we can't, like, tell the communists we'll give them some, like, the Ministry of, like, Health or something that they promise to vote for us. This seems to be all or nothing in this game. You know, and it's like, no one's really questioning Hitler's decision. Like, you know, someone like Himmler. It's not like, hey, Hitler. You know, you kind of like let like Democrat onto like our, you know, like, and you're kind of like steadily eroding our power whenever you can. And like, what's with that? You know. Can you just understand? I think, yeah, you know, it's... They should make it more difficult to flip governments than this. At least that's the way I think it. Yeah, we have plenty of freaking military. We're using them in my military factories. See if we can train people again. Let's just produce an old Panzer. Panzers lead the way. Go to the through the nameless gray. Yeah. I know, it's like a... It's more of a... Who does he watch it? Panzer thingy, but... What are we lacking? More carabiners. You're an Autzug. So at least that way, I mean, we're still waiting. I think we're at 5 now, so we could have produced that extra. You know what, let's just do it, I think. But actually, I actually would like that frickin' stability to go back up. Let's just get this frickin' stability up. I don't know what happens if we go to 0, but I'm assuming it's not good. I don't want it to get too high low, because then I guess maybe people like Hitler and will be less likely to wonder what happened to all the friggin'. Now, I was reading a book about the way the Nazis funded their war, and I was pretty much just. Wasn't really like a Ponzi scheme, but it was like maybe like a step better. Basically, if you had any money in a bank in Germany, you were basically just told to invest it in government bonds. And banks were told to invest it in government bonds. Like, basically, you had a choice in investing in government bonds or doing nothing. So I'm assuming they never got any, all the people that invested in the bonds didn't get any of their money back. Which sucks. So it's like at the end of the war, your entire country is just bombed into ruins. You're pretty much the pariah of the world. And you don't have any money. That just sucks. Because you have to admit, I mean, it's just kind of like it's if you're born in Germany circa 1900. It's not your fault that the war happened and all that stuff, but I don't know. You have to admit that would suck, love. Yeah, we're at 46. Getting impatient. Would want to flip the democracy for you in this episode. Give me Freiheit oder Tod. Tod oder Freiheit. However the grammar works. It's now July 1938. Oh, good. We have a strategic bomber now. That's good. You know. I guess you could bring it out for, like, ceremonial occasions. Like, if you have a country that has one strategic bomber. I mean, like, if you have a foreign, like, dignitary, you just could keep flying, like, the same strategic bomber over them. And maybe they think, like, you have, like, a lot of them just because, like, wherever he goes... Well, he just sees like another like, oh, there's another strategic bomber flying overhead. Kind of like, you know, how like some people would like make like an enemy general think they had a lot of troops by making like the same soldiers walk around in a circle, so like the other general just thinks they have like all these troops that are marching past. Where you have like cannons made out of logs that are like have like a big hole that are like painted black. You know, they're like all kinds of different like tricks in the book. Yeah, we got 870 of them. And we're training what, 34,000. There. Time slowly clicking. I don't have to worry about that because we're no. I'm not that worried about producing more civilian factories because we'll have 6 of them in 8 days. And then, I don't know what the hell we're going to be doing with this guy. I'm assuming At this point, it just makes sense to give him, or Spilly is actually going down. Alright. Now, if I do more communist raids, are we just gonna flip the? We'll just do that. Okay, good. Scharnhorst, Hepper, Deutschland, Leipzig, Storler. There we go. C5. The earlier ones had names, and then, like, the Germans were like half and half when it came to names for destroyers. Some of them had names, some of them didn't. Basically, you had to be a light cruiser to deserve the title, to deserve a name in Germany. Which is, you know, it's just the way it is. I mean, it's like, I just wonder what kind of, like, you might as well train you. Shift, and the train button, yeah. Have fun doing some training. You might have something better to do with your time than, I don't know, whatever the hell soldiers do when they're bored. Or you're freaking civilians and it's shitter. Okay, good. Our weekly change is going up now. Because we're doing anti-communist raids. We're scared of the communists. Yeah, they're going down. And our change is going up. Which is what we want. Good, we got KDF logging. And yeah, we're fine. Alright, 53 out of 54. And am I going to do a focus? No, I'm saving up for 100. I'm just going to keep it at 100. So the day we flip to 100 is the happy day. Good. Yeah, we could do some stuff. We could. No. As weird as it sounds, I think we can make it. Once we get up to 100, I think we might be able to flip over. If not, we'll be really freaking damn close. At least if we had a real election right now, we'd win pretty well. I mean, it's going to the Great Belt, no, Mecklenburg. So let's just see what's in the news today. Pretty much everyone's just talking about the coronavirus still. I'll give you some updates in a little bit. Which I'm upset about. They usually give you like the daily amount that of like number of people have died compared to like yesterday, compared to the day before. It's freaking smart news. It makes it sort of like almost like a game. Alright, yeah, it's... Oh yeah, we're not talking about... Oh, we got another update that he might be dead. Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un has reportedly died at the age of 36. The North Korean dictator underwent heart surgery earlier this month, and it did not go well. Heart surgeries don't go well if you weigh 300 pounds. Some say he's dead, some say he's in a vegetative state. Overall, pretty much, that's gonna make that area. I mean, it's, if you think like the refugee, like, literally they don't have food to eat there. And right now, around this time, their like food reserves are like probably the lowest that they are all year. Because like the first harvest don't really come in until like the early summer. To be completely honest, I hope that, I mean, as sad as it sounds, if that government collapses, which I want it to do, it just makes sense to stop the people's pain now. Have that government collapse, and I think that's just going to be the best for everyone going forward. And to think otherwise, you really have to be a selfish prick. Some people want to cry like, "Oh, we're going to be making less money, or the stock market might go down." Well, fuck you. I don't care. I'm pretty much as good as dead anyway. And at least, efficiency gain. 0.5. I don't want aces, I want frickin' just normal people. I mean, I think just overall, I think the reliance on like air aces is too big. But just going back to North Korea, the quicker the government collapses, the quicker the pain's going to be over, and the quicker the people there are going to get fed. We could worry about like who's going to like worry about all the particulars later. My main concern is getting the people out of the Kwanli Sos and giving everyone food. It's when we liberated the concentration camps, we didn't like talk about who's gonna like, we didn't talk about the particulars or how it would affect the stock market or any of that crap. The main thing people worried about was giving people food. And that's the way I think it should frickin' be. And if you don't think that, you're a frickin' prick and needs to die. And that's the way the world works. I taught you something today. Tactical bombers, fighters. We just need more fighters. And the goal is to get the government to collapse. And I think that's the only way to actually bring regime change to the area, to bring food to the people. And overall, I think, at least in that aspect, I think that's... Because if you think you have it like shit, just imagine being in a frickin' Kwanli So in frickin' North Korea. At least I'd give my life to free those people, but once again, I don't value my life that highly. So what do you want to do? Another freaking artillery unit. Let's add another artillery unit. There we go, look at all that. I don't know if you get like a fancy little title or achievement if you get over 1 million, but that'd be nice if we could get over 1 million, There's just slowly climbing back up. We're at what, 47? They're at an hour. We'll be there soon enough. Yeah, dude, freaking minutes taking freaking goddamn forever. We could freaking calculate this with simple freaking arithmetic. 0.04. Let's see what 0.04 times 250 is. Or 4 into 250 means 250 divided by 4 means in 62 days we'll be at 100, which will be like 110 for that. So once we get to 110, we'll have 50, and then we'll be able to do our cutesy little, and make it go faster. Or is this as fast as we could possibly go? This is great. So we're just sitting here passing some time. It is August 1938. You know, we have 4 army guys. We already talked about them. Let's see who we have for admirals. There we go. We could actually find a guy for like this reserve unit. Saul Wachter. Boom. It's kind of sad. He got shot by a sentry like 3 days before the war ended. Marshall Lutyens. Lutyens should actually, I think, be better. I mean, he's obviously better than Raider. And I don't know why they have Saul Wachter above Lutyens, because Saul Wachter didn't do jack shit. Of course, he's gentlemanly. I mean, I never met him. It's... retreat. Just because he didn't die, it doesn't mean that... Why do they have him as gentlemanly? Career officer. Of course. I'm just putting... I mean, he's 1 point lower, but I'm just putting him just because I'm spiting Paradox, because they have the frickin' wrong guy at 4. Another guy, wrong guy at 3. I mean, it shows at least... I don't know if there was any sort of, like, arguments or anything, but I would like to be there just because, you know, you could have... You know, a lot of the people that play this game because they like war games, but some people are, like, more... I guess some people are more into the history than others. You know, I mean, I think a more logical thing will just have to have random numbers for the people in the beginning, and as the war continues, you have to figure out, like, who's actually, like, a better... Is, you know, you might, like, originally just hire this guy, Rommel, just because you kind of, like his picture. He looks neat, but in reality, once the war starts and he fights a couple battles, you might think he's shit. While, like, this other guy that has, like, a mole on his head might just be doing a lot better. You know, and, like, in real life, when someone's, like, starting a war, they just don't go, like, okay, yeah, this person's a level 6, so I'm going to select him. You know? Reality's more difficult than that. And, you know what? Yeah. We're at 48. According to Let's have 9 more minutes to go, so hopefully this way. I'm not sure how this is going to work out, ladies and gentlemen, but if we don't go... You know, I'll just make this a longer episode. Just so... You know, because we need to go democratic. I need to go to sleep knowing that, ideally, we're gonna have we should be democratic before Crystal knocked, I think. And even if we're not, definitely Hitler will be on his last legs and he won't be able to do something like that. Well, they did take that article down, so maybe they think he's alive. Alrighty, now we could actually do something. Let's go back to Deutschland. Deutschland, 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 giant. Deutschland, dun, dun, dun. Ninus, you have to admit, like, the communists have really good national anthems. Deutschland, giant. Oh, the East German anthem. I wouldn't want to live in East Germany if I had a choice. But you have to admit, their anthem rocks. Just one of those unfortunate things. I mean, it's like the same thing with the North Koreans. It's kind of like, I don't know, like what their conservatories are like, but you have to admit they do play some wicked propaganda music. Dun 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 dun. At least, I mean, it's. But yeah, that's just the main thing. But I mean, I've been talking about his death for like a couple days now. But I was like one of those like ones that are like, is he really dead? You know? I want to see a corpse before I believe it. I mean, I could understand if you're in North Korean leadership, you would want him to be on life support as long as possible. I wonder what his sister is like, because supposedly she'll be taking over the place. Yeah, might go to his younger sister. Just look up. Oh, supposedly she's a complete asshole. Supposedly some person in the know suggested that she bribed the heart surgeon to kill her brother so she could take over. So, my hopes that maybe things will be slightly saner. They don't really seem to be happening. There goes that idea, But, in that situation, unfortunately, yeah, I hate to break it to everyone, but I am going to stop in a little bit. I might just Or you know what, I'm just gonna stay here. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here. Yeah, but they're suggesting that she, like, killed her brought the heart surgeon to kill her brother so she could get power. No, and Kim Yo Jong. Well, I just don't know what, like, if any of this is real. She supposedly married someone called Yo Song. Cho Song. But, you know, it's... Oh, good! The 4th International! Yay! How many internationals will there be? I don't know. Well, if they're going communist and I'm going democratic, maybe this could take over France. Parti radical. Grande Collet. Die Communiste Français. Slowly going up. Well, you should know by now that I'm, like, becoming democratic. So you might like me a little bit more. You know? One of these. More of these. These are have not enough. Eventually, we're gonna just get to the point where we need to borrow fucking more goddamn rubber again. You know, I'm running out of rubber. I'm giving all my freaking money to those goddamn Netherlands people. Yes, I know. If Kim Yo Song succeeds, she'll be the first female leader of North Korea. But they're suggesting that she might rule alongside her uncle Kim Jong-il. Why did Kim Jong-un die? Because he was frickin' fat. Oh, as Kim Jong... Oh. Supposedly Kim Jong-un's surgeon had his hands were shaking. Which mine would be too if I was doing his heart surgery. Maybe he had too much booze the night before. When my hands were shaking, it was usually because of that. Yeah, bot stent procedure. Those are actually not the easiest things to do. And if his hands were shaking, which makes me wonder, like, he obviously didn't have any sort of, like, modern machinery. But, you know, it's... If you needed a stent procedure... I mean, I'm pretty sure they would have got... At least I'm hoping there would be some... Like, it's... If the leader of your country is, like, fat and you're a third world country, you'd probably have some sort of cath lab. And if you have some sort of like halfway decent cath lab, I don't really think it doesn't matter if the surgeon's hands are twitchy or not. At least that's my opinion. So we're producing some units that have artillery and we have some normal infantry units. How are my Panzers? 527. We can produce a Panzer unit. Where are you making a train? I don't know. I wonder where my freaking Panzer units, my train. Oh no, I don't want to do that. But you know what? Just go to Cologne. Hang out in the Rhineland. You don't just train up as you get stuff. But you know, this is it. Neunundvierzig. Wir haben. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. You know, we can do all kinds of crazy things if we wanted to. But yeah. That's what we want, obviously. You could understand why I want that. We could go democratic. We'd be on the right side of history. As Churchill says, democracy is the worst form of government known to man, but it is better than all the others. It doesn't mean that no government's the best. We need to, it's just like a British, witty remark, but anarchism isn't the answer. Fascism isn't the answer. The answer is some weird way in the middle. And whoever, says they know what the answers are, they're usually wrong. Yeah, we got 881,000 now. I mean, if you think about it, Kurt Student, he went from running 3 armies over in Spain, and now he has 17 units. You know, he probably feels slightly better about himself, you know? Yeah, we're over halfway there. We could actually pick a focus too. We don't have to worry about let's get some. Yeah, just do that. Seems like we're trying to research that at one point. Yeah, we're down at 98, but what are we at? 0.21, and we're currently. If we have to cancel that for a day. I don't care. You know, my main goal is just. If you have a choice of living under fascism or democracy, you would probably choose the democracy. In my country, I think things are getting slightly fascistic by the day. But it is, as much as I say that, we do have freedoms in this country. And I love them. I am willing to die for them. And I know there's a lot of people living in countries that don't have those freedoms, and I do feel bad for them. So it's just like one of those things, where it's... I don't know, you just have to be on the wrong side of life sometimes to kind of realize that even in human nature, we are just like, at times, just like only like a couple steps above becoming animals. And speaking of that, we need to talk to these frickin' Netherlands people again. Give them some frickin' that, so we could build up our air force. So we could ultimately produce more strategic bombers. Because that's what I want. Yeah, I know we need that. Might as well give you more. There we go. Yeah, we're good. There were we. 49 still. Yeah, we're gonna get there. I think it's kind of like clickbait material. Like sometimes people want to have like make little episodes that are like 20 minutes longer, so you like click on more episodes. Because I don't know how YouTube like gives you money or whatever. Maybe that's how it works. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of just doing this to basically kill time and hopefully entertain you. If somehow like you listening to me talking, especially during this time, we needed minutes. You might be young, you might be healthy, but at the same time, you could be a silent carrier. And I don't want, and if like people are telling you to stay indoors for a reason, and that's so you don't infect other people. So if I somehow keep you inside for a little bit, I think I did some good. Just listening to State of Grace again. And we're at 50, ladies and gentlemen. 50:06. Okay. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, unsurprisingly, the ideas of the Volk ruling a nation they inhabit can easily grow very popular among the people. Freiheit of Sprache, public elections. Yeah. There is no denying those ideas had taken hold among the German population. In true democratic fashion, they called for a public referendum. What will happen to us if we make peaceful revolution impossible? Yeah, I agree. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Freiheit. We have Freiheit. We have Konrad Adenauer. Our next election will happen a year ago. Yes. We had the bitter loser. We had the general staff. We have Grossfurtenschaft, autarky, and fascism defeated. Because yes, we defeated fascism. And we are... Yes, we are. We are democratic now. We have freedom. And we actually have quite a lot of land now, too. Okay, they updated that. That's good. don't choose a struggle life. The struggle life chooses me. And we'll just play for one more day. Then, hopefully, we'll just wait patiently for it to the next autosave to happen. Supposedly, this is Iron Man, so I'm not that worried. But no, ideally, France is gonna like me now. Oh, Romania has joined the East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. That's nice of them. Yeah, you guys like me now? Yeah, you guys kind of like me. And apparently we're friends with a weird guy that has like this weird mustache. So yeah, we're just gonna end for the day now. The German Republic is a lot bigger. It is stronger. We're gonna get some liquefied coal. And we could do some things like this. I mean, Slovenia. Declare war on frickin' Czechoslovakia because obviously that's what I want. I mean, maybe it will be like a nastier democracy than you think. Not exactly sure. Just because we're going democracy, it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to be like peaceful, right? I mean, after all, we're Germans. Alright, exit game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, have a good day.